Welcome, friends. Today, we're doing another live stream. I need to get my microphone to work. But it's not working. Oh, yes, it is. It's me that's not fucking working, friends. Jesus. Ugh. Need to get the lampshade. Not the lampshade, you know what I mean. What is going on here, then? There we are. Okay. Getting there. How are you? I am fantastic. And I am doing really well. Welcome, Vic. Welcome, Germs. Welcome, Moose. How are you? Oh. Let me do something. To make the... to make the stream more appealing. How is everyone? Tell me your scent of the day. My scent of the day is this. It is Loewe Porum. Loewe Porum. Oh. Nice big glass of water I have. It's not even a glass, it's a cup. What are you wearing today? What is your scent of the day? How's the picture? Has the picture gone back to normal? I'm waiting for my camera to... No, it fucking has not. Why is it doing this to me? What the fuck is going on? Everything is bonkers, friends. Pretty sure it's being done on purpose to make me look a fool, and it's working. Oh my goodness, I can do that. I like that kind of thing. Yes, we could go back to the old days where I didn't have to show you anything. I can just go and lie down and talk. Welcome, Moose. Welcome, Germs. Welcome, Vic. Welcome, Juro. Karen. Pat Lester. Juro is wearing Eau de Gentian Blanche in very humid weather. That's probably a good one because Eau de Gentian Blanche is quite dry, I find. Welcome, Pradeep. Karen is wearing Après Lundi. Dushan is wearing Ricci Club. Karen says, I can't tell. Weren't your bottles always like this? Yes, my bottles were always misshapen and everything is wrecked. We can't go on like this, friends. It's outrageous. It's not right. You know? Why is the aspect fucked? I don't want to create a highlight. I don't want to flip. I certainly don't want to... I don't want to do that. No. Okay. Turn the volume off there. I reckon I might do an experiment one day where I just put the the stream on and just don't say anything and just let the chat to itself. You know, I reckon that would be a thing. You know, bubble stream. I wish I could. I don't know that you can get bubbles anymore. Isn't everything stretched in the UK? Says James. Product says I am in Cologne official. Now I could wear this. It wasn't as humid earlier on today, you know, and I did think that. Oh, it's just so clean and soapy. It's incredible. It's so good. If you just want to smell like soap, like quality soap, Cologne official. It's amazing. Emery, welcome. Like the stream, friends, says James. Yes. If you like liking streams, you are free to like this stream. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. I'm a massive fan of hydration. I went to see a hepatologist today. He told me that I have absolutely no liver fibrosis whatsoever, which is a very good thing. What he did say was that I had a fatty liver. And he said, what you need to do is you need to lose weight and your liver will be in perfect health. And I was like, oh. So he said, if you lose 10% of your body weight, Richard, then I will have no further need for you. He said, but as it stands, your liver is quite fatty. And I was like, I see. And he said, yes, it would make a very tasty meal for something that eats human liver. And I was like, oh. So if anyone's thinking of eating me, start with the liver, you know, or build up to the liver. I reckon I could feed a family for a week, me, like, you know. Intermittent fasting is the way. It's. I agree because I've done it before. The problem I have got with that is that I'm on medications which require me to take them with food, and I also take insulin. So fasting's difficult. I mean, I could talk about it with the consultant, but I'm on so many different things. If I was to take the medications I'm on an empty stomach, it would literally just burn a hole in my stomach. I'd get an ulcer. So, but I've done intermittent fasting before, and I totally agree with it. It's so much easier than just fucking trying to eat healthily. Product says, I'm thinking of getting the special edition bottle if I go to Marseille. Your dad thinks Paris is the nicest city in France, but what does your master say? I wore the Labo U27 today, says Spaced Out. People used to be scared of this in Old Fratcom, but I think they overreacted to a lot of stuff for some reason. It's not challenging to me at all. I don't know when that came out, but I think when it was first introduced, it may have been challenging. It was the beginning of that whole oud thing. So everything would have been a bit bonkers, you know? Scent of the day is Parfum de Marley Sedley. Hope Ramsey doesn't hear, says Emery. I'm thinking of getting the special edition bottle if I go to Marseille. Ramsey will come back in a few months, says Dushan. Intermittent fasting is the way to go, mate. Yes. I've been wearing Darren Allen's Sacred Smoke recently, and it's fantastic. He hit it out of the park again with this creation. people are massive fans of Darren Allen. And I thought some of the stuff was nice. Musk Modern is sitting here very proudly. And it's nice. It's nice. It's nice. It's got a touch of Millicim Imperial about it, you know. Germ says, scent of the day is Premier Figure. I think that's a Lartisan, is it not? Am I right? Am I wrong? Ask the bloke Darren to stock in Europe, says Pradeep. I don't know why he won't. There's obviously some logistical shenanigans going on there. So it might be hard because European regulations on perfume are different to American ones, you know. Welcome, Tony. Welcome, Rachel. Rachel is wearing Alan Away by Sheldrake. Serge Luton. Sheldrake for Serge Luton. Amazing airshow videos. How are you? First time here. Welcome. How's it going? I hope you are doing well. I know you from somewhere else. Somewhere I got banned from yesterday. What kind of music are you into, says Mikey Cole. I am into a bit of all sorts. Been devouring Metallica again recently. All the 80s stuff from Metallica. Those first four albums were really majestic in their way, you know. If Mozart was born in the 20th century, he'd have been a fucking Metallica fan. Olivia Giacobetti is my fake queen, says Duchamp. Hello, Rachel. I know you might be against it, Rich, but has your doctor talked to you about Ozempic as an option to lose weight? I know many people that take it and lost 40 pounds and don't even take medication anymore. That's interesting. I'm generally against what the amount of medications I'm on, right, is, it sounds silly, but I'm generally against taking medication if I can help it, but the doctor has offered us it. I saw the consultant last week and he was like, really, you should be on this. He's like, I've got other patients who don't need this as much as you do. And you should be taking it, really. And I was like, let us have a think about it. So I'm not so much worried about side effects of that medication. It's just all the different ones put together. Like, the only reason I saw the hepatologist today is because I take methotrexate. Take methotrexate for the rheumatoid arthritis. So the methotrexate can really fuck you up if you're not careful, because it works on a fundamental level on your biology. Like, it stops you from, it slows and stops your ability to produce nucleotides, which are like the basis of like how your DNA replicates. It's like it all like cascades down from there. So you've got to be careful. But at this point, being overweight probably causing more harm than anything the drug could do. So I could have an Ozempic journey. Duck got banned. Need to hear about this. Unbanned now, says amazing airshow videos. It was a big thing this morning. Narc doing the carpet bombing on here. Yes. Narc's outrageous. I love Narc. Narc. Thank you, Narc. Did you get a banner from an airshow, Rich? I've actually been to an airshow before. Didn't get any amazing videos, though. Wait, what is this band story? I posted a link to a video in a live chat yesterday, and I got banned because the person who ran it didn't want anyone, to be fair, it's not just me, doesn't want anybody else's channel being brought up on their channel or like posted a link, but I wanted to show, I did a stream with someone last night because I got a watch, and I did this stream last night with someone, and I wanted this other guy to see it, and I put the link to it in the thing, and he was like, no, and banned me. He hid me on the channel. You ever give Aphex Twin a go? Yes. Metallica is brilliant. Fragrance Collector says, shockingly, I got to find a fragrance like Water Portugal Creed. I got to get one for the summertime, something like it. There is Lalique Pour Homme Equus. Is it Equus or the Lion? There's Equus and Lion. So whichever one is the one. It smells like Water Portugal. It's like obviously much cheaper. It hasn't got the lavender. It hasn't got the sandalwood. It hasn't got the like that. It just hasn't got that Creed. That Creed. Well, what used to be the Creed DNA. It's not the Creed DNA anymore. Everybody's piling amber woods into things now. It's fucking awful. Hello, Sandra. Santa is Feminito du Bois by Shiseido. Ah. Today I went shopping here in Paris with Sebastian Furtado and his husband. I love those guys. I am knackered, but it was fun. Sebastian is a legend. I didn't know he was in Paris, but he is absolutely lovely. We love Sebastian. He's a good lad. We should have him on the channel. A great voice. I think he'd have a really good like ASMR channel. You shine the best Japanese jazz fusion music you'll ever hear. Carl, welcome. If I could find good sauces, I would only eat venison and liver, says Spaced Out. I would love to try sushi. Never tried in here in Croatia because we never had it, sadly. Japanese food seems interesting. Yes, it does. Start with reduced portions and no snacks. Yes, I've actually reduced the size of the meals that I have already. Snack and grazing. I'm a grazer. That's my problem. Like, no doubt. I like to graze. So if I could just stop doing that. I find it much easier to just not eat than have controlled eating. You know, just a blanket ban. Like, but that's not natural. It's not the way, it's not healthy. It's not the woo. It's not the way to be. Mikey Cole says, do you enjoy any frags from Francesca Bianchi? I've got to be honest, no. No, I don't, unfortunately. Evening Masso, L'Occitano de Beau EDT 2019. No idea if reformulated. So, let me ask you, what size is the bottle? Is it a 100ml bottle? If it's a 100ml bottle, it's the old version. Hello, Jordan Albro. Sandra says, I started intermittent fasting and waster fasting last month. I lost almost 10 kilograms. And I need to lose 10 more, but it's so effective. 10 kilos. If I could lose 10 kilos, I'd be fucking buzzing. That's outrageous. Oh, that's silly. Congrats on new watch, Mitch, mate. Thank you, Serty Danny. That is very kind. I appreciate it. I'll show people I never thought. Jesus Christ, you want to see it? The fruits of my eBay shenanigans, friends. I'm not going to lie. I've been offered double my money for this. I've been offered double my money, and I was all ready to say yes. I was like, fuck it, I've got my date just, I don't need anything else. And I fucking had it on yesterday. As soon as I put it on, I was like, oh no. Oh no. It's fucking lovely. And the bloke, I got the first one. And he was like, instantly thought of you. He was like, we've got loads of people on the list for it. And I was like, fuck. Danny, I seen your short. What's the 39 like? I remember Tan saying that the 39, he didn't like the proportions. But 39, if Rolex did that, if Rolex did their sports watches in a 39, like the Pepsis and the Kermits and stuff, I'd get something like that, but I cannot wear those massive watches. This is a 36, so I'll show you it. Hold on. Ooh. Don't break the box, for God's sake. So, hold up. I can picture shit. Fuck it. Know that this watch is actually the correct shape and proportions. It just looks shit on the fucking... That's it. The dial, the colour, is immense. It's lavender. And it's matte. And it's lacquer. It's like a lacquer. I like it, but I reckon you would prefer the... I put my name down for the 36, but I was like, mate, I've bought 2 in 2 months. That's like every penny I've got. I was like, mate, you cannot do this to us. I was like, I really appreciate it. I was like, but I cannot be coming here every 2 months for a watch. I was like, I've got an out and it's going to take us till next year to save up. Put my name down for a Wimbledon as well, but a 36. So a Wimbledon, and I took my name off for the Explorer 2. But I get on like a house on fire with the bloke. He's invited us to the opening of the boutique. He's invited us to the opening of the boutique because they've reopened it. They're reopening the boutique, and the boutique, right, is the first Rolex, the first shop that sold Rolex, or the first Rolex shop in the UK, and it was opened in 1919. I love telling people that. And then I got their first lavender OP. They haven't had, I think they've had a beige one as well, which they've sold, but they haven't had a pistachio one yet. So from all the new watches that got released at Watches and Wonders, I got the first one. And I am delighted. I'll put that there for you if you want to see it. But yes, this is what selling off your fragrances looks like, and I've still got a massive collection. And I've still got a massive collection with loads of stuff up for sale. So the first Rolex AD, it's being fitted. Where are we? Sorry, I'm all over the place. I need to, where's the Discord? There it is. Ooh. There we go. Okay, where are we? So it's mainly the colour you're looking at. Where are we? Hello, Lane. How are you? Yeah, I want to see it. Okay. 100ml. Thoughts on Girl on Vet of a Parfum? I actually really like it, Sam. It's really nice. Just get it at discounters when it appears. Sandra, great to hear. Where are we? Sebastian is so nice. I met him once and he was very friendly. Rich, how do you rate Baptem de Feu? I hate Baptem de Feu. I had to sell that shit so hard. Araby, I sold it, but it's very sweet. And 5 o'clock au gingembre, that's lovely. I love that. Tea and biscuit. The Lion one is closer to Bois de Portugal, says. Often lit. You do mountain climbing. I'll eat poor arm Lion. Sorry, I'm nearly out of fucking room here. Jesus Christ. Welcome, charming man. Sandra, great to hear. It changed a lot for me too, and the way to stay it off. ADHD is hell when it comes to overeating. Yes. Hi, charming man. Grazing. I do graze literally all day like a horse. Cheese and biscuits is a weakness. Cheese. I'm a fan of cheese. But mine's sweets. It was always sweets, which is obviously linked in with the old diabetes. Plus, both my parents were before they were 40, so that wasn't ideal. I'm just at that age now where I just need to, like, you can't get away with it forever, you know? You can't get away with just being a fat lard forever. Oh, you stupid duck. Yeah, you can't. That was the box, not the watch, don't worry. Yeah, you can't get away with being a lard forever. So what I need to do is I need to get also my medication stopped working recently. So I need to get my new medication sorted so that I can get relief from my arthritis symptoms to the point where I can then exercise again. And I've got the exercise machine downstairs, but if you remember, I started using it about this time last year and it nearly killed me. It nearly killed me because my body said, oh, you think you're trying to do something positive for yourself, do you? No. Anyway. Adusha and I am not sure I'm suited for climbing. I have a spinning back at home. Stopped using it for a while, but started using it again. Yeah, I want to see it, says Danny. Hello, Lane. How are you? Thank you. Feels really good not to eat, but then you get the dizzies and headaches, so you eat and feel gross afterwards because you had to eat, says Lily. Sell it, says Lily. Karen says, his horsey scent supposedly smells like Gucci Porom too. Whose horsey scent? What's your thoughts on Tom Ford Azure Lime? I just watched a video from Greggy Boy and he mentioned it on his summer list. Have I smelled the Azure Lime? Don't remember, but I will tell you something. This is a decant of Venetian Bergamot. Venetian Bergamot is lovely. Obviously, it got discontinued. Nobody fucking talks about it ever. But it was a lovely fragrance. Very lovely. I'm not a fan of metallic notes. I'm not a fan of metallic notes either. Metallic gingerbread cookie, yes. 5 o'clock is stupendous. I like it, but I reckon you prefer the 36, says Danny. Yes. Lovely that, Mitch. Thank you, Danny. Frenchie Lavande pairing? Yes. Could go with Frenchie Lavande. Frenchie Lavande is a lovely thing. That's been discontinued as well because everything we love gets taken away from us, friends. If life has taught if life has taught us anything, it is that. Amazing watch. I love it. Thank you. I did say to me AD as well. So like I think me AD trusts us as well because I was like, oh, I'd like another. Wait. So I need to word this carefully because I don't have the money to buy these, and I told him that as well. But I think he appreciates how honest I am with him because I'm not just buying watches to sell them on. I'm like, oh, I like that watch, but I'll tell you what, mate. I was like, I'll come and see. I'll pop into the shop and say hi, how are you and stuff. But because I do actually like him, he's a really sound lad, and like we talk. I sat and talked to him for an hour and a half yesterday. You know what I mean? Just about just life, really. And I was sitting talking to him, and God, what was I going to fucking say? Like, I'll go in and say him, but I was like, mate, I can't be doing this. I was like, fucking, I've spent everything. Like, that money's really, if I'm being honest, right? If I'm being deadly fucking serious and honest, that money's for, like, if shit happens, you know what I mean? And I was like, mate, I'm not going to resell out. Like I said, I'm not going to resell it. As I thought I was going to resell it. But I was like, I'll be honest with you, mate, if the house burned down, touch wood, then it would be going, and I have no problem telling you that. He was like, well, I understand that. I was like, but I'm not buying it to resell it. So he said, come to the opening of the store next month and wear the watch. I was like, I will. But it's very summery if you look at that colour. To me, that colour says linen suit, like white linen suit, man on Mediterranean coast. It says sophisticated, basically everything that's not me. So it says like, it's got like a whimsical kind of maturity about it. The colour and all of these sort of things. I really like it. It's beautiful. I haven't smelled enough Surge, says Lily. Fantastic watch, thank you. I'm at war with myself, pitting of a vintage 1950s Patek or Vacheron compared to Cartier and Hermes watch. Don't get a Hermes watch yet. They're not there. They're getting there, but they're not there yet. Cartier makes some incredible stuff. I've got a vintage Cartier, which I've had for a while now. That was when I first started selling fragrances. Speaking of selling fragrances, I sold a bottle of this to Fliss. I was talking to Fliss yesterday, and she mentioned this fragrance, and she said, "Well, I got it. I had a bottle, and then I had to sell it when I became unwell, and then I bought a bottle in the shop, and we're talking about amber woods, the proliferation of fucking amber woods." And she was like, they've dumped a shitload of amber woods into this fragrance, the modern version. And she was like, I was gutted. And I was like, I'll show you what it is. It's Encens Flamboyant. I really like this, right? But I've got two, and I don't like it as much as Amber Fetiche and Miradont. And she was like, are you sure you've got it? I was like, I'm sure I've got two. And I did. And I was like, look, you can have this one. So I sold her it. So that's going out tomorrow. I should have sent it out today. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. Well, obviously not much. So yeah, we were complaining about the proliferation of fucking amberwoods and how they're destroying absolutely everything. So get a Cartier, mate. Get a Cartier. They're beautiful. Get a vintage Santos like me. Sandra, my heart goes out to her. It's definitely a struggle. Civil Islands that we know much more about it these days. Yes. What's this aspect ratio? You tell me, mate. I have no idea. Are you going to switch from perfume to watches, says Red Dead Dad? No. I realised this yesterday when I was like discussing the watch and thinking about it and talking about it and stuff. My heart is with perfumes, like, but I do love watches. I think they're cool. And I think the community, there's a lot of crossover watches and perfumes, and I think they're cool, and I get a lot of joy out of the community, like both fragrance and what's it called? I just need a fucking I'm not going to switch though. No, it's calling to me, says Carl. There's a lot of perfume in watch form. Yes, that is a lot of perfume in watch form. I don't like Rolex, but I like Rolex. Thank you, sir, for every great vintage recommendation. Thank you. Welcome, Dev. Oh my God, Rich is rich. Rich is not rich. That's everything Rich has. Rich is certainly not rich. Tamton, hi. Hello. Lane says, I always wanted Paul Newman Rolex from The Colour of Money. Yes, the Paul Newman Rolexes go for a pretty penny. Slav says, today I wore Killian Royal Leather and I could smell it for literally 14 hours. Wow. Lily says, Rich, if money from this watch could only go to fragrances, what are you buying with it? If it could only go to fragrances and I couldn't keep it, Lily not letting me keep my own money anymore again, I would try the Henri Jacques. I don't have many fragrances on the to buy list. There's stuff that if it popped up, I might, to be honest with you, I'd probably just get backups of the stuff I love. I didn't realize, I was saying this on the rotation, I think yesterday or last week, I haven't got enough Roadster. I've only got like 3 or 4 bottles. That's not enough for how much I consume. Welcome, Dick. Fantastic watch. Congrats. Thank you. The fragrant community came through for me last night, says Red Dead Dad. Excellent. We are here for you. This part of the community, anyway. Hello, Dev. Hope you are well. Take care. Prayers for your country. Sandra said, James, I have read so much on the topic, still learning, but I'm trying to have her eat properly, and I am telling her to take some supplements, which have helped her a lot at school. Cheese ain't bad at all. No, we like cheese. Now you can say the prayers for my country, for yourself, pray for my family and my friends specifically, says Dev. I have homemade cottage cheese and homemade yogurt. Love that stuff. Why is this picture so stretched vertically? I don't know. Stop asking me. I don't know. It's not my fault. I didn't do it. It was probably you. Lily's gaslighting me. I'm drinking coffee in my recliner, enjoying this live stream, says Red Dead. Yes, well, of course, Dev. Definitely you take care, mate, and your family. I had 4 glasses of Australian Riesling to ease the pain. That'll do it, to be fair. 4 glasses, is it? Austrian, not Australian. Stina. Rich Mitch, I am working on that Arthur Cologne review crossover. That's cool. I did Lone Star Memories. See if you can find some. There's a shop called Lucky Scent. Get yourself a sample. It's very strange. It'll probably be very different from any cologne you've ever smelled before. Literally smells like a smoky fire and a bit of coffee and like oil, that like gun oil on your hand that you've wiped on your jeans. It's amazing. Smells like campfire in the countryside at night. It's amazing. I received Immortelle Solaire and it's not for me. I'm still going to give it a few more wears. Yes, Immortelle Solaire. So, especially after the damage I have done to myself over the weekend, wallet-wise, I am not in any rush to buy Immortelle Solaire, but I think I'll be getting a bottle at some point. It is licorice from top to bottom, and it's really good. I think it's the best stuff they've done in years, and it smells like a complete perfume. I didn't get that 1 or 2 note prominence thing, I got the whole rounded perfume thing, It's a shame you didn't like it though, Pat. Sell it on, someone will buy it. Ryan says this Club World Cup is absolutely awful. Yeah, everybody hates it. The only people who don't hate it are the people pocketing millions from it. Even the players hate it. The manager, you can see the managers are fuming. Real Atletico Madrid got done 4-0 yesterday, man. Simeone is not the type of man who gets done 4-0. You know what I mean? He's not the type of man who gets done 4-0, and you could just see that he was just like, what the fuck am I doing here? Why are we here? You know what I'm saying? It's just another way for the wankers to fucking extract more fucking pennies out of people. There's going to be more players dying on the pitch. You know what I mean? There's going to be more players dying of heart attacks. It's fucking outrageous. I remember watching on Sky Sports Antonio Puerta die playing for Sevilla at the corner flag. Daniel Jarque, he was another Spanish player, died in his bed. Mark Vivian Foe, who used to play for Man City. Sheikh Tiote, who used to play for Newcastle, he died in China. They're overworked. They're overtrained. They're overstretched. They're overworked. They play too many games. Yes, they're paid an absolute fortune. I get that. But they're still people. And they're just being pushed too far. And there's going to be more deaths. Meeting Roger Federer next. I wouldn't mind being a quid behind Roger Federer. To be fair, I don't like the land dweller. Although they did say, when I went next month to the opening of the boutique, that they would have a land dweller there, so I'm going to get to try it on, and I will try it on. But I don't like that style of watch. If I was going to get one, I'd get the Yves Klein Royal Oak, the International Klein Blue one, because it's fucking gorgeous. I want to glow like Lilith with her number 5 sparkles, says Christina. Salutations, Lily, in a floral note, says Dev. Each day we stray further from God, says Paroli. Well, some of us stray quicker than others. Oh no, seasonal watch rotations, that's where we're at. That is where we are at, my friend. It's all over. Rolex from the AD is the only watch you wouldn't lose money on. Okay. One or two other brands too. Rolex from the AD, yes. I'll tell you something, which is a hard rule I've got. I don't think I would ever buy a Rolex for more than retail. Something drastic would have to change. It's a hard rule for me, that. Unless it was a vintage piece. But I don't think I would buy a second-hand Rolex either, because they're so widely faked. I'd just be terrified. I'm not comfortable. You know? Dallas says, Mitch finally got Roadster and Paco Rabanne Pour Homme. Roadster is fantastic, but what do you think of Paco Rabanne Pour Homme? Roadster is fantastic. Best fashion watch brand is Bulgari, says Dev. He's not wrong, actually. They really have. That Octo Finissimo is fucking incredible, just as a piece of technology. That's one of the things I like watches. I don't fully understand them. Like, I think the workmanship to work on something that's small, that is something which is physically impossible for me. Like, PlayStation controllers are like probably the smallest thing that I can operate. So when I see stuff that small, like watch, like all that sort of thing, I just think it's cool, because I can't do that shit. It's amazing. Best watch brand ever is Hugo Boss, says Carl. Not sure about that. I'll take the second one, says Red Dead Dad. Hugo Boss number 1 for out. Do you understand a fashion watch brand? Ambra Fetiche can't be beat. No, it can't. So have my dead body. Boss number 1, Chemical Warfare, says Dev. Sandra says, same with me. I don't like Ensonce Flamboyant as much as the other two. A flamboyant duck. Y477, how are you? Giving me a big shrug. Horology, yes. Only when I'm paid. Only when I'm paid to be. Or when you take a bad opera singer's hat. Who's been taking opera singers' hats? Is the Blue Yachtmaster still around, says Prody? Pass. My sales associate has a 34mm Yachtmaster, and it's lovely. It's an older one. It's got like the taupe beige sort of thing. It's lovely. Did you get bored with some bottles you had for too long that you liked before? It has happened, and the opposite's happened as well, you know. So it's happened the other way around as well. I get really interested in stuff that I hated before. Or that, not that I hated. Like, usually if I hate something, I hate it, and it doesn't change. Although an exception to that is Leather Rude by Christian Dior and Mugler's Amen. First time I ever smelled Amen, I was like, who the fuck wants to smell like that? Turns out I want to smell like that, friends. It's me. That's who wants to smell like that. Lovely. Sorry, I read that. Howdy, Micah. Robin. Sent it is Mila Schön's Womo. Lovely. Very good fragrance. Underrated. Underexposed. No one talks about it. It's fantastic. Why is that picture so stretched? Please stop asking me this. It's giving me the fear. The picture is absolutely fucked. I don't know why. I need to get a new phone. Our dead dad. He really puts the outfit together. Do you get Owner War references in Immortel Select? No. No, I don't. I don't get any curry whatsoever. Often Licked says, Immortel Courses is scent of the evening, by the way. I'm going to really like this one. I read it as eating dried apricots with honey on a dry field. In a dry field during summer, during golden hour, the dry grass of the field smells of hay. Is it licorice like Le Vert? No. No, it's not. It's licorice like... So it's got this... At the beginning, it's got this brightness and this kind of fruitiness, and it's got dates, and it's got syrup, and it's got a brightness and a color, you know. And then as it wears, it darkens and it blackens and it tars and it turns to pitch black licorice. And that's how it stays. It smells like black licorice. That's just fallen over. I was waiting for that to hit the other bottles down below. I think luxury watches made me greedy. I used to be content with one-to-one high-end replicas, and I was honest about it when someone said something. I started fearing genuine watches. Just feeling. This FIFA World Cup nonsense. Is that a nonsense? Just money-making machine? Yes. Round thought. Pickle-flavoured licorice isn't that bad. Welcome, Jeff. Land Dwellers is the ugliest watch I've seen in a while. Going to high school in the 90s, all I'll say is 69. Lol. I need to take care of my sister's children. I'll see you later, Dushan. Remember when Sepp Blatter was removed and we thought FIFA might be on the mend? It's just when you think things can only get better, they suddenly get worse. Gianni Infantino is outrageous. He's fucking outrageous. You are so behind. You're behind. Are you sure PS controllers are the smallest thing you can operate? Lol. He is back in time with the chat. Which is the best extra from Resident Evil? Vanilla Van. Welcome, J Smooth. You did well to get it from the AD. 2 in 2 months. Guess the Rolex can't help. I must go and dehydrate lest I'm going to fucking piss me. I'll be back. I'll be back. Ugh. Oh. like you. Spelling BLS. He gon' give me the definition next. Tell me a joke. I'm back. Okay, here you go. How are you? I am back. Where did we get up to? Why is that picture so stretched? You're so behind? You're behind. Hello again, Mitra K. How are you? How is Mitra K? Excuse me whilst I hydrate. Prayers to your family, says Christina. I got rid of amen twice. Third time was the charm, says Paroli. Hi, fantastic sense. Karen says the picture gets more stretched every time someone asks about it. Outrageous. Sell your watch for a better phone, says Red Dead Dad. Yes. Why is the picture so stretched? It's licorice like Turdo Hermes, intense, I think, but less smoky and more candied. It's not like Turdo Hermes intense, which is bloody awful. Is it stretched? I don't know, says Christine. Don't ask me the mysteries of the universe, says Karen. I get more stretched every time someone mentions it, says Paroli. I will buy my first Centimedian Nevea in Bologna in November, and that makes me happy. That is exciting. Black licorice, they are saying it's like a provincial summer. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I am missing something. But I get black licorice from it, like. You need a new phone, sell the Rolex. I've been I've been selling a few things recently. I sold a couple of perfumes over the week. I hadn't sold anything for a while, right? And then literally sold 2 perfumes to 2 completely different people within an hour and a half of each other the other night. Both backups. And I was like, oh, I see. So that was weird. Sold that to Fliss. And been selling a few other things too. Stream quality is going to go down as he keeps buying more Rolex. Soon he's going to be streaming from a bus stop. And what's his name, Paroli? There's no way in hell he is keeping that Rolex, says Cole. A vintage Rolex? No, I don't want vintage Rolex. Now the ducklets will line up asking the time. Creed is the creed of the fragrance world. That's why I'm typing this from a McDonald's bathroom, says Paroli. With a needle in your arm. Jay says, I rarely wear enough fragrance to be noticed by others because I work in healthcare. Got a raving compliment. Oh my God! Let me tell you about a compliment I got yesterday. Scent of the day. Remember me by Joie. I thought the lady may have started kissing my neck. Welcome, Alex McKay. Evening Rich. Scent of the day. Vintage Chorus on the watch front. If I could afford one, I'd have a Ulysses Nardin Freak. Utterly amazeballs. I have seen those freaks. They're kind of weird. I don't want something that unusual. You know? The only use black licorice has is to unclog toilets. Strange thing to say. Can you do that? Your stomach is going to growl like crazy when you get to the McDonald's comments, says Karen. Not me. I don't eat McDonald's. Don't even drink the hot chocolate anymore. Hit the like, friends, says Germs. Yes, if you would like to like the stream, please like the stream. Join the Discord, friends, says Paroli. Vintage Rolex has those hallowed jiggling bracelets. Yeah, the old bracelets from Rolex weren't great, like pre-2000, 2005 maybe. Their bracelets were not sturdy. I've tried a few on at auction houses, and I'm like, ooh, no. Because when I think of Rolex now, I think heavy, I think thick, sturdy metal. I think robust. And I think those vintage ones were robust for the time. But the ones that are there now, the ones you can get now are like these ones that I've got. They're just so much heavier, thicker, sturdy. One more Rolex and we are back to the bubble stream, says Paroli. Licorice on eggs. Licorice pizza? Wow, I have been out of the loop. No more midnight McDonald's. Hot chocolate. Never again. Never. Not if I can help it. Listen to Broly and join the Discord, says Germs, who has dropped a link to the Discord. If you wish to join the Discord, friends, you can join the Discord. That Venetian bergamot's very soft. It's very soft. It's not an astringent bergamot. It's not like a Scala Indonesi. You know, it's not like Loewe Porom, actually, which has got a sharp lemon in it. How about a delicious cherry bakewell? I need to lay off those as well. But they are delightful. A rare treat. Yes, Erwin Creed, I've just been sent this message by my friend who has shown me a screenshot. He's shown me a screenshot and it says, shared from a fragrance contact across the pond. Before heading to the US last week, Erwin Creed and the Creed team hosted a Creed Heritage Experience that brought together over 50 fragrance creators from around the world for 3 days just outside of Paris, meeting at a 12th century Cistercian abbey in the Vallée de Chartreuse. The experience combined history, elegance, and the timeless spirit of Creed. From hands-on masterclasses to personal insights from Erwin Creed himself, it was all about craftsmanship, connection, and the art behind the Millesiemen tradition. What absolute bollocks. Absolute shithouses. Oh, the chat's not working. Hold up. Well, the chat is working. It's just no one's saying anything. Are you there, friends? So, Creed is buying positive PR. Oh, Paroli's here. Sounds like it's just you and me, Paroli. Who? Creed is? Yep. Erwin Creed. Erwin Creed has been currying favor with influencers, and he has been taking them for a 3-day retreat. They will all be vetted, of course. They will all have to be favorable. It's absolute bollocks, like. Considering the number of bottle Creed producers, it's really impressive how much ambergris they're finding on the beach to do so. Yes. Welcome, Rudy. I hear you. There's a McDonald's Rolex. I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it. I don't doubt that at all. Or do I? Perhaps I do. Only just joined. Has it been mentioned that Leonard Lourdes Este's son just died, age 92? No! No, it hasn't been. That's sad. That is sad. 92, eh? Leonard Lauder. All the brands have to do that now to be relevant, says Pradeep. Ew. So multiple creators post stuff like, I always felt like Creed wasn't for me, but after this trip, blah, blah, blah. Ugh. Creed always looks like he couldn't be asked to be anywhere, says Lily. Yeah, he yeah. He always looks absolutely sick. I wonder if Jeremy was there, or whether they've all kind of accepted the fact that he's an absolute disaster. You know? I wonder if they've just all kind of said, best to just keep him the fuck away from our brand. I mean, that sounds fun. Is Bigger Rod concentrate an ADT concentration? I think it's an ADP, T-Blitz. Maybe it's anxiety. Maybe it's Maybelline. I always thought Creed wasn't for me, and then I went on a trip with the brand and knew it wasn't for me. Yeah. I'd grill him something shot. If I had him for fucking 3 days, I'd be like, oh, and what happened? Red Dead Dad says, I have to pee. Should I leave the toilet seat up? Depends who you want to fucking piss off. Do you want to piss off the women or the men? Welcome, DJ. Online, it shows the Cologne Bigorod is an ADP and the Bigorod Concentrate is an ADT. I'd probably just take their word for it, to be fair. You don't practice the teachings of Jesus? Not personally, no. I don't practice the teachings of anything, especially not me teachers. Robin says, hi, I'm late to the stream. Did you talk about Loewe Porum? The vintage one is beautiful. I have also smelled the new formula, which smells nothing like it used to, though everyone says it smells old. Yes, this is a vintage, but I actually have, this is a 90s, 2000s bottle, I think. It's 180 mil as well, this, you know. It's a fucking big unit, this. Yeah, this is 180 mil. But I've also got 150 mil of the Parahombra. And the Parahombra is the original formula, right? Because Loewe is a Spanish house. And the citrus in that, is still incredible. Jerem says, no, he doesn't practice the teachings of Jesus, but he claps and spins. Lily says they were probably all Instagram influencers. Or from that top 100 influencer list. I wonder if Brian got there. I wonder. I can wear good old Loewe Porum every spring and summer. Yes, I love it like. Mitra says, a litre of Frenchie was posted for €2,000. Anyone? Don't do it. Don't do it, friends. It's ropey. Oh, fuck. That's my mates just sent us the alleged fixture schedule for the start of next season. Breaking the perfume no buying streak this week. What are you going to buy? Most intriguing, fruity, masculine niche fragrance. Bloody hell. Does anybody have an answer for that? Could it be music for a while? It's got pineapple. Masculine, fruity. Ocean rain. That's fruity, and the rose is a little bit fruity. What's the story behind that Lacoste and Jean Patou? Is that the first collab ever? That's a good question. Is it the first collab ever? This is the Eau de Sport. All right. I can't think of an earlier one, if anybody else can. If somebody else can think of one, let me know. Okay, cool. Welcome. Maybe Legend of Madame Queer de Chine. There's a really nice peachy apricot osmanthus note. I'm not a big osmanthus Aventus. You know you want to say it, says Rudy. I never want to say Aventus, ever. Hello, Justice Doe. You are wearing mousse de sable. A little bit thick for this time of year for me. Parter's likely something off Brooks, says DJ. Has Encens Flamboyant been good in the summertime? Not for me. I wouldn't wear that in the summertime. It's a little bit too much. Does Volden Away count as a collab? No. No, it doesn't. Opium Pour Homme is fruity, says Germs. Jacques Guerlain and Saint-Exupéry. Maybe. I mean, to be fair, if you look, well, did they ever release? Because I know, Guerlain, Lalique used to get bottles. So maybe Lalique and Baccarat. I don't know if that counts. In fact, I'm certain it doesn't. M7 says Karen. Sauce Adegeg has a smoothie fruity thing that's good and nothing to do with Aventus, says DJ. It's a rainy night, so fits me. Okay. Sometimes I feel Mousse de Sable and Iris Pearl got mixed up in the naming. Yeah. Iris Pearl. I don't like Iris Pearl. Masculine fruity would be something with orange blossom, maybe, or grapefruit. Oh, grapefruit. I fucking hate grapefruit. I hate grapefruit so much. Yeah, everybody's saying Aventus, aren't they? Metropolis by Lauder's got pineapple and mint. But you can't find it. Never mind to buy it. Dune Pour Homme by Dior. Fig. Hello, Rich, Duck, and everyone. Welcome, Alicia. Cristal, fruity masculine. Cristal's not a masculine, though, is it? That was more than a piss. So the toilet seat is down. Says, oh God. How's Ramsey doing? He's okay. He's just not in a position to. He doesn't want to make videos at the minute. He's very far away from making videos, mate. Timbuktu is a green mango note. I don't like Timbuktu. Sold mine. Mile High by Paul Lemoire, another fruity masculine niche. I don't know. I'd take Millesime over Aventus. Millesime Imperial. That's a fruity little number. Do you consider bergamot a fruit? Because if you do, bergamot's in just about everything. But yeah, I suppose my answer would be Dune, because it's figgy. Dune Porom. I said music for a while first, DJ. I remember people saying that Tour de Hermes smelled like a dirty orange, so maybe that one, yes. God of Fire, says Misha. Do you even like fruity scents? Not majorly, no. There's got to be some sort of happening going on. Eau de Hermes. Eau de Hermes. I feel like fruity often means fruit besides citrus. Any fruit besides citrus, alright. I suppose not. Well, then I would go with fig. I would go with Dune Porom. That's my answer. I've spent a lot of brain power doing that. Oh, Red Dead died. You stream in the middle of the night, mate? Christ. Moon, says Brody. 90s was a great time. Yes, it was. Rudy says, sadly, I sold my 120 Milli Imperial because it was starting to lose the top notes. My first Creed love. A lot of people like that. I liked it. I've got a vintage one, but it's not for me. It's just not for me. Red Dead Dad says it's 4 p.m. here. What time do you all have? It's 9. It's 12 minutes past 9 here. The 90s were the best time in human history. Yes. Yes, I feel the same way. We were lucky to experience it and have children, be as children during that time. Sachi Mano Fresh Starfruit, says Carl. Deauville is an outstanding fruity cologne fragrance. Green melons. I like Biarritz. Biarritz is really nice. That's quite citrusy. Is it citrusy or is it fruity? A little bit of both. The Moon has a raspberry note, right? Yeah, but it's got amberwood in it. Scent of the evening for MJ is Queer d'Ange. LV is a bunch of freshies for men. Sell it, says Karen. Yeah, sure. There's so much stuff I haven't got round to putting up yet, which I should. I'd like to actually sell some of the stuff I've actually already got up for sale before I put more stuff up. You know? That's kind of what I'm waiting for. If you're an Akigala wood lover, try Oud Maracuya, passion fruit. So I stream about 1 a.m. your time. That explains things, says Red Dead Dan. Yeah. 90s and early 2000s were nice. It's everything before 9/11, really, isn't it? That's when the world sort of took a shit with its clothes on. 3 p.m. here, says Alicia. The Moon has a huge slug of amber woods. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. It is massively amber woody. Citrus and fruity are two completely different things, says Karen. LV only has freshies, correct? No, it's got some oud. Yeah, LV's got an oud line, yeah. I'd say before the 2008 crash. 2008 crash was like essentially exacerbated the cynicism that started Because if you think about it, the Iraq had gone on before that as well. You know, just all the mistakes and the laying of eggs that happened before 2008. Red Dead Dad says, so I'm not the only American here. Yay! Most of the people in my chat are American. All downhill at the turn of the millennium. It was September 2001 is when it started. Do amber woods negatively affect the moon? Yes. Oh, I may try the oud line then. Not me, says Mitra. My main issue with the 1990s is too much Man United. Yes, Yes, it was a hard time to be a Newcastle fan. I imagine everyone with your accent says Red Dead Dad. Lombardon's Low is nice and fruity. See, I don't get too much fruit from it. I get sour. Well, maybe. You can get sour fruits, can't you? Excuse me. We'll watch. See? Pesh Mirage is a good one. Bring back, oh wait, prices need to crash, says Time to Moscow. Yes, it would be nice. A little bit of deflation would go a long way, would it not? Blueberries are sour, then sweet, says Red Dead Dad. Doug is sleepy. He needs rest, says Alicia. I am tired, actually. Big black currant in opium pour on. Excuse me. Licorice too. Star anise. Any frags that feature a similar raspberry fruity note as in the moon? I like raspberry, but it seems to be an inherently feminine note, so it's usually in feminine perfumes, you know. Tuscan leather. Yeah, Tuscan leather's got a big raspberry in it. Yes, I'm loving opium pour on. EDP, says Alicia. Yeah, it's a fantastic fragrance. Raspberry gives me a headache. The smell or the fruit? The smell or the fruit? Ooh. Oh. I have a family member turning 50 soon. Is there a perfume that would be more appropriate than others? How much do you want to spend? How much do you want to spend? All humans inherently feminine, X chromosome supremacy, says Lily. Lily with her manifesto and agenda causing havoc. I'm sure they will love whatever you give them, says Alicia. I'm on an 1890s budget. And he's looking to pick up a cologne for about 75 cents. Fliss says, I am turning 50 soon, so be careful. Welcome, Fliss. How are you doing? Fruit of raspberry really has a faint smell to me, says Mitra K. What are the best funeral fragrances? Good Lord. Anything with lily. Anything with lily. Oh my God, says Red Dead Dad. Cardinal? Angelica Rutan is an underrated note. French Lover is spectacular. I get a lot of that powdery iris thing. Oh, down, Red did down to go to Burlington. Caught a Banana Republic. Oh, no. Acro, babe. Acro Bake is good for a funeral, babe. Acro, babe. Acro Bake. Fliss, what perfume did you wear today? Did anybody listen to the Les Odorants episode today? I need to re-listen to it. I've been out and about today, had it on in the background. Didn't really go in, you know. It didn't really settle. My brain was elsewhere. She spends her every dime at Burlington. Speciality of its creation, Les Abstract should release a fragrance called French Hater. Neither of the Vermeers have a fruity vibe to them. Cardamom, it's all cardamom. Carl. Bake, like cremation. Ew. Ew. Aqua de Palma Colonia Floral. More for seasoning. Seasoning? Going shutting the place down smelling like poison while everyone cries for grandma. Bake for cremations is this place. Ew! Anyone try Acro Breathe yet? Yes, I wasn't impressed. I would wear Myth's Woman to a funeral. I would probably just wear Encre Noir. I'd wear Encre Noir. Depending on what time of year it was. Funerals are always fucking November for me. People always seem to die in November. Grim. So grim. So very fucking grim. Encre Noir is good, says Alicia. Can I get a funeral home sent and present it in a small casket? Casket? Yes. Killian do that, don't they? I wonder if Acro is going to come. Most intriguing scents you've tried. Oh, that's a huge catch-all. That's far too many. That's everything. Oh my god, poison. Maybe I'll request to be doused in poison before my cremation. You'll probably just melt. You won't need cremating if you get doused in poison. Shut up, duck. People are born in November too, you know, says Pradeep. I wonder when Pradeep's birthday is. He's hinting. He wants free gifts from brands. Really, Jordan, I don't get that, says Alicia. Encens Mythique is highly funerary. You could, yeah, because it's got that kind of... Yeah, I get that, actually. I do understand that. What cologne is more flammable? Fahrenheit. Fahrenheit is flammable. Lone Star Memories is flammable. It's got that oil thing going on. Gucci Guilty Absolute. Smells like cleansed by fire. I would not wear perfume. I'd feel bad, says Karen. I wore Iris Silver Mist to a funeral just 2 weeks ago because it's sad. That's quite a good shout, actually. Iris Silver Mist, yes. Iris Silver Mist is very... Iris Silver Mist would be very appropriate for one of those, actually. Now you mention it. Fahrenheit is bomb, says Alicia. Like the stream, friends. If you are into liking streams, feel free to like this stream. Thank you. Heaven Can Wait will be a good one for a funeral. Yes, if anybody asks you what you're wearing, that'll be a good one to explain to the peeps. It's called Heaven Can Wait. Oh, really? Is there a scent for Old Testament burnt offering? There's many burnt smelling perfumes. There's a perfume that smells like bread. You know what I mean? There's basically anything from Beaufort, London smells like it's been on fire. Just depends what's been on fire, you know. I wear perfume everywhere, says Alyssa. Yeah, I do as well, to be fair. Jay Smooth says, just got me a 1984 vintage bottle of Fahrenheit. Can't wait to smell like gasoline. And you will smell like gasoline. Alicia says, yes, 57 watching, so hit that like button. Please. Yes, thanks. De Profundis for funerals, says Germs. Irish Silver Mist is a great shout. Yes. Any that smell like circuses? Cotton candy. There's a school of thought that says everything smells like cotton candy at the minute. I am inhaling water. Inhaling. I am parched. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. Warfarine equals bread. I was thinking jus de pot, a bottle of which I am selling. Check out Filippo Sorcinelli, very incense Catholic church kind of house. Baptême de feu, gross. Yes, it is gross as well. Christian Breitkreuz. I was born in November and I'll probably die at the end of winter. Just before spring kicks off. It's when people are weakest. That's interesting. For a second there, I kind of tripped over the words thinking, Christ, he's actually going to die. And, I thought, his impending doom is afoot. Circus Lartisan Zing, says Pradeep. So does Fliss. Pink sugar is good for cotton candy, says Alicia. Chemi by Chemi for circuses. Christian Breitkreuz says, wear heritage at my funeral, or portrait of a lady. Okay. Today's world reminds me of the saying, bread and circuses. I just want to match. Bread. Jus de pot. Jus de pot by Serge Luton. Smell like bread. Stop the duck, I want that one. You're selling jus de pot. Good thing I live in the UK, says Karen. Yes, Karen, you're so lucky, says Alicia. Karen was joking, Alicia. She does not live in the UK. I do have a bottle of jus de pot for sale. It's a tough wear. And a totally brioche, too. Yes, brioche. Smells bready. Smells like baked goods, you know. Smells like baked goods. What's this sample here? Healy, oh sacre. What are you doing here? Where have you been? Where did you come from? My last act as Lilith would be to not allow perfume at my funeral. You would as well. Mean. Very mean. Spray a duck and the women will kidnap you. Should have posed like a blonde Santal Majuscule. Red Dead Dad needs Lone Star Memories. Yeah, I've been pointing him in that direction. Get a sample. Get a little sample. Don't just buy a bottle because you might buy it and smell it and be like, oh. Red Dead Dad says, I'll be in the hospital July 3rd to 7th. July 4th is a big thing here, so no one will be around. I'll rely on you all for my entertainment. It's okay. We should still be here unless the world has ended, you know. Queer Plain Fleur by Healy was a bread one. Discontinued. Should have smelled that. Lily's corpse will have the flu. Ew. I couldn't smell that one, Pradeep. Nose blind in 60 seconds, says Karen. Often licked says, well, Lone Star Memories to the hospital. That's entertainment. I think that Gucci Guilty Absolute smells like hospital floors. You know that stuff they use to click that really astringent. Like, I was smelling it today. I was at the hospital today. I was smelling it today. It's got that smoky, like, kill everything kind of vibe, you know? We will entertain you, says Alicia. Is there a scent that smells like apocalypse? Apocalypse, right, is too generic of a term. Apocalypse is too generic of a term. It's too broad. There's too much going on during an apocalypse. Like, at what stage of the apocalypse are we talking? You know? They put Gucci Guilty Absolute on your best leather list. I love it. I love it. It's fantastic. I also put Vintage Derby at number 1, and I'm selling that. Zombie Apocalypse. Ooh, rotting flesh. What smells like rotting flesh? What are your thoughts on Gucci Envy, Rich? Had it, sold it. It's nice. It's very nice, but it's not worth the prices. You put Gucci in your best leather list. You mean that smells like hell? What are your thoughts on Gucci Envy? The effing burning piano one from Gatsby. Smells like burnt plastic. Rich thinks Envy is overrated. Is massively overrated. Sombra is a fucking apocalypse of a fragrance, says Lilla. It says Fliss. Yes. I do remember you mentioning Somber by Prin today on Les Odorants. 1 second, friends. I'm just gonna go and get something from over here. Oh shit. My fucking spine is just not having it one bit, like. My God. I need to access my Strem through here. Okay. No doubt it got butchered, says Karen. Squeezes man, a fake zombie apocalypse. Tested all Marlow on skin yesterday. Good grief, were you not a fan? What does T-Rex smell like? T-Rex does actually smell like, yes, it does kind of smell like the end of the world. Smells like when the asteroid hit the Earth. That's a good shout, though, actually, Tim. I have a video of Sombra. It's not fun unless you like retching. Fliss should make more content. We want content from Fliss. We would like Fliss to come on stream. And incense fragrances. This incense fragrance. Before you came, we were discussing this fragrance. Duck, get you a sexy masseuse. Yes, I would like a sexy masseuse. A female one if possible. I'm so getting it, says Red Dead Dad. It smells like blood, and it smells like smoke, and it smells like leather. It's outrageous. The fucking burning piano one from Gatsby smells like burnt plastic. Blech. Burnt plastic. Gross. Encens flamboyant, you discussed it before I bought it from you. I do have another bottle, though, so I still have a bottle to discuss. The one you're getting is this one here because, well, for 2 reasons. 1, it's full. And 2, it has the white label. And all my other Annick Goutal's don't have the white label. That's the only one I've seen with that white label. It's crazy. All the other ones have this label. This one right here. I was saying before you came on, it's the one I like the least out of the three Orientals, you know. Shout out to Dinosaurs, says Pat Lester. Laura Gardner would be a fan of that. She's a huge fan of Dinosaurs. He's sending a stretched out ball. Yes. Gucci Guilty Absolute should have been its own fragrance. It should not have been part of the Guilty line. Absolutely. Absolutely. But I don't think that it would have got through the market test, and I don't think it would have got through that. I kind of feel like the guy who was in charge, Alessandro Michele, I kind of feel like he was like an aberration to Gucci as far as fragrance is concerned. He kind of came in, he did Memoir d'un Odeur, he did Gucci Guilty Absolute, and he did the higher end line, a lot of which have been discontinued. Well, a few of which have been discontinued. The white label is later, but before the rebrand. It's good. Okay. Why is the picture stretched? Why is the picture stretched? Absolutely no idea, man. No idea whatsoever. No idea whatsoever. Everything is just absolutely bonkers. Why is the picture stretched? Who knows? Sending it via black hole. Yes, the YouTube is currently stretching and bending my timeline. It's clearly an intrusive black hole. Product says, I am still curious about the Ambre Fetiche Parfum. Fliss had it. Fliss had the set. Fliss will be able to tell you. Fliss will be able to explain to you what it was like. You know? I cannot stand Gucci Guilty Absolute, says Karen. That's understandable, you know. I'm still curious about the Ambre Fetiche Parfum. Is there a scent like Rolex? I don't know. Not. It's you're asking very sort of abstract. I'm sure you could come up with one. You know, a perfumer could make you one. I know Omega's actually got fragrances. Omega has fragrances. I've smelled them in the boutique. They're made by Alberto Marias, and if you know anything about Alberto Marias, you already know how they smell. It's a bergamusk, essentially, a fruity bergamusk. It's nice. It's wearable. It's very 90s Acqua di Gio type thing, though. You know? Ask the Rolex couldn't fight off the black hole. Ask Brandon's watch. Well, excuse me, says Karen. Well, I'm afraid it's just not good enough. Sandra, I got a set with the 3 extras. Ambre Fetiche is stunning. Yes, that's the one that Fliss has. Or had, sorry. There are 2 Rolex fragrances on Parfumo, says Often Licked. Rolex has frags too, says Pradeep. Whale Vomit, Red Dead Dad, lovely. Whale Vomit is ambergris, one of the most expensive materials you can use in perfume. One is called Perpetually Yours. Oh, God. Oh, out of all the injuries and pain I have suffered in my life, that is easily the worst. Oh, that is so bad. Oh, that is so bad. That is so terrible. Oh, no, not Perpetually Yours. Oh, that's so terrible. How did this happen? How was that? Like, Rolex are meant to be the masters of marketing, man. That's just obscene. That just shows you what these brands think of fragrances. Oh, that's so painful. Fliss says, I did have the set. It's fucking amazing. I had to sell it when I was having chemo due to money. Still regret it. But not having it is better than being dead. Yes. I feel that way about some fragrances. It's not the fragrance, it's me. I know this, says Cameron. Good. Good save. Good save. Sorry, says Offenlicht. Well. Prodeep says, Rolex Submarine Bleu Extrême Eau de Parfum. Rolex Eau de Parfum. Oof. I thought it was Killy until I actually looked at what you wrote, says Karen. Oh, that's absolutely so painful. Thanks, it is absolutely stunning. One of the most beautiful limited edition I have come across. It's not about the designs, but also about the quality of the scents, says Sandra. Rolex should make a very indolic fragrance and call it Eau de Shitter. Well, that's it. People don't call Rolexes shitters, even if they are shitters. I've got a feeling that Land Dweller's going to be a shitter. I don't know that I'll ever get over the name. Terrestrial Dweller. Maybe just skip the whole Dweller thing, you know? I don't know how well I don't know what it translates to in whatever the person who came up with it in Switzerland said, you know? Don't be sorry, I'm alive. And we are glad you are alive. So you can talk to us on the internet. You can talk to us in the chat. You can talk to us on Les Audrins. Sometimes you can talk to us on stream. Land Dweller sounds like a worm. Are you a Land Dweller, Rich? Absolutely. You're not getting me on one of the death tubes. Fuck that. Fuck that. I will absolutely sit in seat A11. Land Dweller sounds like a worm. A scent like afterbirth. There are many blood scents. There are many blood scents. This is absolutely a thing. I really should rename the Explorer 2 to Cave Dweller. That's a good shout. I took my name off the list for the Explorer 2. I really like the Explorer 2 as a watch, but it's just far too big. There's no need for watches to be that big. It's silly. Stop that. You know? Perpetually yours for sale on eBay. 1,077 quid. Yee. Glad you're alive. Yes. We are all glad you are alive. Rolex Basement Dweller, that's a good one, Pradeep. I'm all about that. If I had a basement, I would dwell there. Bedroom Dweller, Bed Dweller, you know? Kitchen Dweller, McDonald's Dweller. No, I don't go to McDonald's. Car Dweller, Yamaha Dweller. Department store dweller. Thoughts on Oud Aqualaria? I'm not sure. Have I smelled it? Insecure men need other insecure men to see their ridiculous wrist clock from miles away. Yes. And then steal it from them. You know? Oud Aqualaria was the one that smells like promise right from Oman Luxury. I'm not a big Middle Eastern fragrance fan. Fragrances that emanate from the Middle East are... I think they're being done a disservice by... They're always smelling of oud, rose, and saffron. The Middle East smells of far more than oud, rose, and saffron. I'm sure of it. Some of the most ancient cultures in the fucking entire world come from fucking the Middle East. You know, surely there's more to the Middle East than oud, rose, and saffron. I got him. Grave Dweller. 7 Circles of Hell Dweller, says Lily. Udak Walaria was the one that smells like promise. If it smells like promise, it can fuck off. It's absolutely fucking livid. Ah, it's so bad. Eating in a car by Rolex. I eat in cars. I got my car valeted yesterday. And the bloke opened the door and he was like, ooh. He was like, you're going to have the full service. I was like, well, I mate. Pull the other one. He was like, no. He was like, I'm not going to clean it if you don't do the full thing. I was like, what the fuck? He was like, mate, I can't just run a Hoover over that. It was like, I need to get in there with the proper stuff, and I'm not doing that for, like, I'm not even going to waste your time or mine. Took him 2 hours. Oh, fuck's sake, I need to stop eating in the car. But I like eating in the car, you know? I like eating in the car. It's like I'm out, like, it's like I'm out and about. It's like I'm out and about, you know, and I'm safe in my little machine with its locked doors and its windows, so I can look at people, you know, so no one's going to come up and steal me food. There's something very kind of primitive about it, but also fantastic. Personally, a fan of a mom dweller. No doubt that you are. Bathroom dweller, eating in a car by Rolex. We did a Lazoda rant on which perfumer we'd have dwell in our basements. It was pretty dark. Good, but dark. Which perfumer would I have dwell in my basement? Quentin Biche, and I wouldn't let him out. And I wouldn't feed him either. I'd just put him in the basement and just wait for a few weeks. And then get that guy who valeted my car to go in. Yeah, that voice message you sent me from your car scared me. What the fuck happened? That's just the sounds I make when I get into the car. That's just me getting in and out of a car. And the next time I get a car, I need to make sure that I get the seat that swivels out, so I don't have to like with me hip and me back, me sacroiliac joint. That's the sacroiliac joint is specifically where that's the specific type of rheumatoid arthritis I've got, is called axial spondyloarthritis, and it's in me sacroiliac joint. I've also got other like spinal issues as well, such as canal stenosis and other stuff. But getting in and out of a car is a very particular thing. It's one of the hardest things I do on a daily basis, which is just an awful thing to say when you're not even 40, but it's true. When I was in the Middle East, orange or citrus are prevalent. Yeah, orange. I can imagine orange. Yeah, I can imagine oranges from the Middle East. Stop doing them dirty with fucking saffron and rose. Oud, maybe. You can get an orange oud. Someone should make an orange oud. I don't even like orange. I'd like to smell an orange oud. How would you make that make sense? I don't valet either, says Alicia. Tangerines, which I hate. I really like a tangerine. I really like tangerine. I like the note of tangerine in perfume, and I like tangerines to eat. Thoughts on Rude Oud by Fragrance du Bois? I haven't smelled it. Oh no, I have smelled it, and I've never smelled a Fragrance du Bois I ever rated, if I'm being honest. I'm not a big Fragrance du Bois fan at all, T-Blitz. Quentin Biche over Kirkjohn. At the minute, I think the more clear and present danger is Quentin Biche. Kirkjohn I can just ignore. I was talking to the guy at Dior yesterday, man, and he was like, oh, like basically everything he's done for us has been a wild success. I was like, that's interesting, because I was talking to another employee at a different store who told me that he's been a disaster for you. I only developed misophonia after Rich started leaving me voice messages, says Lily. You don't send me voice messages anymore. Evil woman. Jay Smooth says, oh yeah, Scent of the Day, Mont Fresh by James Healy. Yeah, I might throw that on at some point this week. I really enjoyed wearing L'eau de Say the other day. I got a vintage bottle of L'eau de Say. Fucking brilliant. It still stands up to this day. It's fantastic. Yawning, belching, grunting, farting. That's not true. I do not fart down the phone to you. That's outrageous. I'm putting Alberto Marias in the basement and forcing him to rest. He hasn't rested ever. I think Fragrance du Bois might have made an orange oud. Oh no, not Fragrance du Bois. I'll put Olivia Creed and won't let him out until he remakes Aventus in its original fashion. I have a lemon oud Aramis calligraphy. It's so good. Do you know that Mo from Kajal made that line? He was in charge of that line at Aramis. Those calligraphies have got a really good reputation. Correct, often. That was an oud blue as well. Oh, God, what the fuck? Lily, you get fart messages? Lucky. I was talking about how you said your car stunk. I didn't want to draw attention to it. Oh, yeah, they'd used this crazy shit to fucking... they'd used this crazy shit to like clean the car. It was absolutely stinking. It was like fucking almost headache inducing. The guy was like, "Oh, do you want us to put something in your car to make it smell nice?" I was like, "No." I was like, "You've done more than enough. Leave that alone." Had to drive around with the windows down just to get some fucking just to blah, blah, blah. Because what they do is, right, they use the car's like heating system, so they'll turn the fucking heated seats on, and I've always got my heated seat on anyway because it helps me back, just in general, like. But they'll turn your heated seats on, and then they'll turn your heating all the way up because it helps the fabric, dry out. So you get back, and your miles per gallon's gone down like 3. I usually get about 44. And when I got back in the car yesterday, it was like 39.7. I said, "What have you been doing?" Farting helps you get out the car. Good Lord. That's not true. Who doesn't eat in their car? Best places to eat peacefully. Yes, and you can move as well if there's any danger or threat. If anyone comes along and says, "Is that a tasty sandwich?" and you say, "Yes," and they say, "Give me the sandwich," and you say, "No," and you get away from them. Really, I love the whole Aramis calligraphy line and didn't know that. Thanks for sharing, says Alicia. Those old calligraphies are love, says Fliss. Car stinks from sending Lily messages. Good Lord. I want to get Richard Kane and bedazzle it, says Lily. Lily, get him a bedazzled lady, says Alicia. A bedazzled lady. A vajazzled lady. Don't want to vajazzle. Expensive. Premium. Maintenance costs. Outrageous. I put the heated seat on recently and thought I'd shat myself. Yes, they do actually, if you're not used to it, right, they do, like, I put it on when my mom gets in the car and she looks at us and she's like, "Oh, is that the heated seat?" And I'm like, "Aye." She's wise to it now because she thought she'd fucking pissed herself. She was like, "Fuck no." She was like, "I think I've pissed myself." I was like, "No, it's not." I was like, "It's it's not. It's the heated seat." Eau de Sud. Eau de Sud smells like vintage Eau Sauvage. It's even got that little halitosis type thing lurking within that white floral, slightly breathy kind of vibe, you know. Oh, excuse me whilst I hydrate. Vajazzled lady, okay. Grandpa breath. Just old ketosis. Often Lex says, this aspect ratio is really slimming. Must be the beauty filter. Yes. It will also increase your height. So if you are short and you need some extra height, use this filter. I don't know why it's doing this to us. It's very upsetting. I keep my heated seats on. It helps my back too, but it can get too hot in the other regions. Yeah, it can get a little bit too much. Mine's got 3 different settings, so it's off. No, sorry, it's got 4 different. It's off, on low, on medium, on high. Can't have it on high. Even in the winter, I can't have it on high. It's too much. Halitosis, like, is that meaning idolic or different? Kind of indolic. Kind of. Eau de Sud is love. Yes. Eau de Sud is fabulous. It's fantastic. Good night, Fliss. You are off to bed. Have a good sleep. 90% volume, made in France. Rue de Castiglione. 3 1/3 fluid ounces. Swampy. I just wear red bottom heels for my vertical challenge self, says often like. You fancy mine is mild then hot? Oh. Heated seats are nice. I need cooling seats though. Yes, that would be quite nice. Because then you could alternate between the two and that would be really good for your back. You know? Hot then cold. Hot then cold is really good for your like inflammation. You know? Rich, what are your thoughts on Fougère Royale by Houbigant? Lovely. Lovely. Prices have gone mad. You used to be able to pick it up for like 100 quid, 80 quid at discounters when it first like got re-released. Like, well, I say re-released, it first got released. I had Beau de Jour, the signature version by Tom Ford, and I think that's better. I think it's more interesting. I think it's better. But, it's lovely. Don't buy the extra. There's no point. The normal eau de parfum is absolutely fantastic. Anyone else like being burned by hot running water? It's kind of weird, Lily. Lily, are you going to stream again? I'll put the link to Lily's. I'll put the link to Lily's channel in the chat. You can all go. She had a most fetching stream the other day, which she then promptly deleted. Oh. Lily's not going to stream later on. Oh. Lily's saying no, 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 but it's hard to tell. Sometimes Lily says no, no, no when she actually means yes, but I want to seem like I'm saying no. So I'm finding it very difficult to find out what she wants to say. Lily! Lily, why have you hidden Alicia? That's outrageous. What did she do? She did nothing. I unhid her. Lily, you're a menace. Lily lost her head when I said that I'd put the link to her channel in the chat. There's the link to Lily's channel in the chat. Alicia says, oh, I need to hide. Karen says she feels unsafe. Lily's on the prowl. She's looking to eat some heads. Is that a thing? Do people do that? In my frenzy to tell you not to link to me, I did it by accident, says Lilith. You've been stripped of your powers. Your head is gone. Lily says delete it, but I'm not sure if she's actually serious. Lily does this quite often. Lily wants to appear that she's saying no, when actually what she wants is the opposite. She tried to block Rich on his own channel. She did. She did. Lily is going to get burned by running water now, says Carl. She's going to get she's going to get burned by cold water. Lily, do a stream later. Everyone is expecting it. Lily, I watched it and you deleted it. Oh my God, says Alicia. Yes, she did. She keeps her patter to herself, which is very selfish. What perfume bottle looks the best on this new innovative aspect ratio? Interesting, Jordan. Interesting. Let's try something. Hold on. I think it'll be one of the smaller ones, you know. Let me try this purple. Okay. How does that look? Let me put you back. And let me put you up here. I need to box you. How does that look? Yeah, here Reese looks pretty good. Lily is withholding. It was by accident. I did a secret stream that I wanted to delete, but picked the wrong one. Livestream knows it's healthy to stretch. I'm not streaming anymore, says Lily. She's chucked her fucking toys out the pram. She's picked up her ball and gone home. Lily, this is untrue. I did not ruin it. The Aqua Palma looks like it's at least 6 foot now. Yeah, it's a big unit. This is a big unit too. Serge Tom might look cool. Let's have a look. Serge Roos. You can wear that in the summer, Roos. It's a cooling spice. It kind of looks the same, just a little bit weird, like it's in one of those crazy mirrors. Aqua Palma. Sergio Tom's might look cool. Do you have any of the tall old Parfum d'Empire 100 mils? No. The Here East looks anorexic, says Karen. Okay, friends, I'm tired. I'm tired and I want to go to sleep. I was tired when I started, to be fair, so it's not really unexpected that I'm tired now. I wear Roos this week, beautiful in the heat. Yes, cooling spice. Ginger. No, not ginger. Cinnamon. Canelo. Anyway, thank you very much for streaming. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for watching, for liking, for commenting, subscribing, and all that good stuff. I will see you all again soon.